All right, we back, and Magic Johnson has jumped in the Caitlin Clark Angel Reese debate. Let's see what he's talking about. This article is out of USA Today by Steve Garner. Let's get into it. Magic Johnson, Caitlin Clark Angel Reese remind me of a lot of me and Larry Bird. The comparisons can come with incredible frequency, and we can now count Magic Johnson among those officially on board. On board what? Johnson's rivalry with Larry Bird, dating back to their epic matchup in 1979 NCAA tournament championship game, and the way they ushered in a new era of popularity for the NBA, has often been a reference point for the budding rivalry in women's basketball between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. And in a social media post on Monday, Magic gave his blessing, saying Clark, Reese, and their impact on the game remind me of a lot of me and Bird. When I think about Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese's impact on the game, they remind me a lot of me and Bird. Our first meeting, Indiana State versus Michigan State in the NCAA championship, set the all-time viewership record for men's basketball. Caitlin and Angel's 2023 NCAA championship. As Johnson points out, the Michigan State versus Indiana State title game set television viewership records, as did the 2023 NCAA semifinal showdown between Clark's Iowa Hawkeyes and Reese's LSU Tigers. As the two women have carried their rivalry into the WNBA, the tension has followed. Their latest showdown on Sunday resulted in record ticket demand and prices on the secondary market averaging $271. And like the Magic Bird rivalry, the game pretty much lived up to the hype. The only thing missing at the moment is for Clark's and Reese's teams to be perennial championship contenders the way the Lakers and Celtics were throughout most of Magic's and Bird's pro careers. But that may take a little time. Reese and the Chicago Sky are currently 6-9, tied for the final playoff spot, just ahead of Clark's 7-11 Indiana Fever. Yeah, it draws a lot of similarities. I will agree. I grew up in that era, and I was a big Magic fan, but make no mistake, I didn't like the Celtics, but I never said that Bird wasn't a good player, because he was. And some people take it how you want it, but I just recognize talent. And the comparisons, I would say, with Reese is spot on. Caitlin Clark, I'm not too sure, man. Just my personal opinion. It seems to me that she have brilliant moments on the court, and there are other moments where she's a no-show. Just my personal opinion. You scoring a lot of points, but your team's still losing. It's really not making the team better. But it's early in the season, so maybe that Fever team will improve over time with her at the lead. We will see. But I'm definitely watching the Chicago team because I think they are going to have one of the strongest front courts. I don't think it's going to be anybody that's going to be able to stop them defensively and offensively. The popularity of that game Sunday, I predicted that after they pronounced that they were going pro. I knew that those games was going to be viewed at a high level. But pretty much everybody did. After that last meeting where they set a record for most views in the NCAA champ, it wasn't even a championship game. That was just what was it? The final eight teams left when LSU got bounced. I'm not quite sure, but it wasn't the championship game. I do know that. But that game set records for viewership. So I knew once that both of them announced they were going pro, that whenever they face, it was going to be a highly publicized game, and it was. I'm glad to see Chicago finally get a win over Indiana. It's nothing to really brag about because it's just a regular season game. Now, when the playoffs kick off and we see who does what, then you could that's something to hold on to or brag about, most definitely. Um, these two, either way you feel about either of these players, it's definitely brought a lot more attention to the game. I must say that. And this article, yeah, I agree with it. In many ways, it does remind me of Magic and Bird's rivalry. Yeah. Hopefully, we'll have plenty more good games to come in the future. Get your popcorn ready. All right, let me know what you guys think, and we'll see you on the next one.